Guys, I've been collecting Funko Pops for almost 9 years, and I've made lots of mistakes along the way. Today we're going to talk about 5 things I wish I knew when I first started collecting. Here we go. What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. Today we have a little bit of a different video for you guys today, as I've noticed that we've gotten a huge influx of new subscribers, which we are very thankful for, but I've also seen a lot of people in the comments recently saying that they just started collecting Funko Pops or they are new to the community. Well, first off, I want to welcome you guys to the community and this amazing hobby, and that's why I thought today would be a perfect opportunity to drop this video where I talk to you guys about 5 things that I wish I knew when I first started collecting Funko Pops back in 2013. And I've made a lot of mistakes, and that's why I want to pass on this information to you guys, so hopefully you guys do not make the same mistakes, or you at least don't make as many. So without further ado, let's jump into tip number 1. So guys, item number 1 on today's list is something that I definitely wish I knew more about and had more experience when I first started collecting Funko Pops, and that is be extremely careful with whom you make trades with. Now, whether that person is somebody you met through Facebook or Instagram, or maybe you even met them in person at a con or some kind of toy show, you need to be extremely careful and picky on who you actually do trades with, because I myself have been burned several times. Now, how I've been burned with Funko Pop trading is pretty simple. You put your Pops in a box, you ship them off to the person that you want to do the trade with, and you hope that they come up with their end of the deal and they ship you the Pops that you guys were promised. Now, I've been burned several times because I've actually put Pops in the mail, sent them off to somebody with the good faith that they were going to send me what was promised, and I didn't get anything back in the mail. And a couple years back in 2019, I made a big trade with somebody, and they unfortunately did not return the items that they promised, and I ended up losing almost $300. And from that point on, I said, you know what? I got to be extremely picky and choosy on who I'm actually going to make trades with. And that is why now I pretty much only make trades with people here in the community that are connected through our YouTube channel. Maybe they're a patron, a channel member, whoever it may be, or somebody that I've just known for a long time and that I can trust. So guys, please be very careful. The biggest trade that I've actually done was actually with somebody in the community, and I was able to get the 480-piece Mr. Incredible blue suit for my collection, but that took a lot of preparation, a lot of legwork, and I had to talk to a lot of people to make sure that the person I was actually making the trade with was a legit person who was going to come up with their end of the bargain. So guys, be extremely careful, and my number 1 tip for this, if you are making any kind of trade, is try to have some sort of money involved in the transaction, whether it be I'm going to trade you these 2 Pops, you're going to give me 1 Pop and $50. At least there's a money transaction, so at the end of the day, you don't lose everything and you can get that money back as long as you send it through PayPal Goods and Services. I would never do a one-to-one swap with somebody in the mail, and I would also never trade away something rare, valuable, or limited that you could not replace. So when it comes to Funko Pop trading, guys, please be extremely careful. So item number 2 for today's list, guys, is something that I myself struggled with when I first started collecting, and now we pretty much have it down to a science, and I actually have a lot of people reach out regularly and ask me about this specific item, and that's why for today's video, coming in at number 2 is determine a monthly budget that you guys have for collecting Funko Pops or Funko Sodas, of course. You have to set aside a certain number and figure out how much money do I have left over after I pay all my bills, pay all my expenses, pay for food, have some emergency money. What amount of money is actually left for me to go play with, go spend on, and have fun collecting Funko? Because it is extremely easy to get carried away. Funko is just releasing so many items right now. They're practically coming out with a different wave of items every single day. There's drops coming up on the Funko shop. We have Star Wars Celebration coming up. We have San Diego Comic-Con right around the corner. It is extremely easy to just start racking up the PayPal charges, start running up one of your credit cards, and then all of a sudden 2 months from now, your friends or your significant other is looking at you going, where's all your money? What is going on? And you know deep down in your heart that you spent way too much way too fast. So you have to determine a budget. You also have to figure out your budget, because if you want to go after a more expensive piece or a bigger grail, you have to figure out, okay, I only have $100 a month and I want to get a $500 pop. So you're going to have to save up your entire budget for 5 months without buying anything. That means going to Target, walking past the Funko aisle, not buying anything. It also means seeing the alert come up on your phone for the Funko Shop drop and not buying it, because you are determined to buy that $500 grail 5 months from now. And it is extremely difficult. But we're going to be doing some more videos here on the channel about budgeting and how you guys can stretch your dollar even further so you can get more pops and more bang for your buck. Another quick thing that I also want to mention, guys, is you have to pay attention to trending characters and all of the new movies and TV shows that are dropping. We do a lot of price speculation videos here on the channel, and they are all designed to, at the end of the day, save you guys money so you guys can get pops for way cheaper than what they could go for on the aftermarket after there is a lot of hype. So guys, item number 3 is a big one and arguably the most important topic that I want to talk about for today's video. And I still hear a lot of people discussing keywords and saying something. So I want to tell you guys a quick story. Back in 2016, I actually had some friends of mine, very close friends, who were getting worried, and they noticed that I started to have, a bunch of Funko Pops on my desk when I was in college. And they started doing some research into Funko, and they read up on some stuff, and they started warning me, and they said, these Funko Pops could be the next Beanie Babies, and you could lose all of your money if you don't sell these right now. So they used a little bit of a scare tactic, although they were caring about me, and they ultimately convinced me to sell some of my Funko Pops. I didn't sell all of them because I truly have a love for the collectible, but I ended up selling a few of them, and to this day, I have not gotten all of them back. There's actually one Funko Pop that I had back then that I still wish I had. It's actually the original Syndrome from the Incredibles line. I absolutely love that movie, and I just haven't been able to track that one down. And back in 2016, I think I only paid like $25 for it, and I'm sure it's going for $200 or $250, way more than what I bought it for back in 2016. And I think I only sold it for $60. So don't let people scare you into thinking that Funko is going away. If you guys truly love the collectible, you truly love the hobby, don't let anyone talk you down. Don't let anyone convince you otherwise. If you like having these in your collection, having these on your shelves to display and look at every single day, enjoy them. Don't sell unless you absolutely have to, or if you just want to sell because you're no longer interested in the collectible, that's completely different. But guys, if you hear the Beanie Baby comparison, just throw it out the window, because there are so many reasons why Funko is not that way. Item number 4 for today's video is also a huge topic, guys, and it's a lot of responsibility on you, not only as a buyer, but especially as a collector, and that comes with do your research. Now, I've done tremendous amounts of research on a lot of different Funko Pops, because way back in 2013 and 2014, when I first started collecting, I actually bought a few fake Funko Pops by mistake, and when I realized months later that they were fake, I was completely let down, and that's when I started doing heavy research and trying to figure out which Funko Pops were fake, where did they come from, and what are common things to look for on certain Pops so I wouldn't get burned again in the future. And we've actually done a few video breakdowns of specific Funko Pops here on the channel. For instance, one of the Pops that we've done a breakdown on is the holographic Darth Vader. This was a Dallas Comic-Con exclusive, and for all you Star Wars collectors, you guys probably know that this is one of the most commonly faked Pops out there. Another Funko Pop that's commonly faked is actually the Freddy Funko as Pennywise, also known as the Freddy Wise, and I'm going to actually have a video coming up on the channel breaking down this one very, very soon. So guys, ultimately, though, it does really suck. When it comes down to it, there's these Pops that come from China or wherever. They're not authentic, and people still sell them for an astronomical price. And unfortunately, that could only hurt you as the buyer, and that's why it's on you, once again, as the buyer and the consumer and the collector, to do your research, understand what are some things that I need to look for so you don't inadvertently buy something that is not a real, authentic Funko product for your collection, because at the end of the day, if you're spending your hard-earned money for these collectibles, it should be real, it should be authentic, and do not let the scammers win. The only way we can not let those people win is to do our research and learn as much as we possibly can. And guys, for my last tip and the final item on today's list, it's another big one, and it's a very important one because I've seen the Funko Pop community make a full shift from when I started collecting back in 2013 to now here in 2022, and that is why I only buy items from my collection from collectors and reputable companies. Now that Funko is extremely popular, there are several dozen pops that are worth well over $1,000. A lot of people have unfortunately come into this hobby for greed and with the sole purpose of only making a lot of money. And some of those people are not collectors themselves, and those people I will not buy from. Whenever I'm doing a transaction with somebody on Facebook, Instagram, through the channel, wherever, I want to know more about their collecting career. Are they solely in this hobby for just flipping, or do they have a stake in this game, and are they selling a pop to get more money to put back into their collection? Were they a collector and now they're getting out of the game because, you know, they're buying a house or they're having a baby or they want to get a new car? Like, those are great people and great opportunities to help out somebody who is a collector, because collectors truly understand the value of these tiny collectible, you know, pop vinyls that really make us happy. At the end of the day, as a collector, these mean a lot to me, and when I buy something from somebody who also is a collector, I have more faith in that they are going to put that item in the box with bubble wrap, with a protector, with care, and they're going to ship it to me because they understand that I'm going to love this item and truly appreciate the value of this item, unlike a company who's just going to take a pop, throw it in a bag or throw it in a box with no protection and no bubble wrap. And same thing with some of the flippers out in the community. We've bought stuff from people all over that clearly just don't care about Funko, and I have never bought from those people again. If somebody doesn't take the time to put care into their packaging and to put care into the item, I actually bought a Funko Pop the other day. It was a $500 Funko Pop that somebody shipped with no protector. I could not believe it. No protector, no protection, nothing. And that person is definitely off my list and somebody I will not be buying from once again. And same thing with companies, guys. Do your research on your companies. Talk to other people in the community and find out, is this company a bunch of good people that I should buy from, or is it somebody that I should stay away from? Is it a company that's not going to fulfill their orders for over a year? You guys probably know who I'm talking about, because there are so many good people out there and there's so many good opportunities for you guys to buy stuff from the people that are doing the right thing. And once again, guys, this is a big one. Only buy from collectors and reputable companies, and you will never be disappointed. So guys, that was my list of 5 things that I wish I knew when I first started collecting. I only got into the community in 2019, and when I say into the community, I mean heavily involved online and on Instagram when I started communicating regularly with other collectors, and I really wish that I had done so way back when I first started out, because I think I would have learned a lot of these lessons early. And hopefully today, guys, you could take something out of this video and apply something that I told you guys or talked about to your current collecting needs and everything going on with the hobby in your world. And guys, since it is Monday, I do have to give you guys a little bit of Monday motivation. And today's Monday motivation goes hand in hand with what we just talked about in today's video. And that is why I want to tell you guys, as a collector, it is always okay to ask for help. And I actually encourage you guys to do so and ask for help anytime that you guys think you may need it, especially when it comes to fake pops. Where should I buy from? Is this person a good person to trade with? All those questions are okay to ask and will not make you seem dumb at all. The more we communicate and interact with each other as collectors in this community only makes us more knowledgeable and stronger as a community for this amazing hobby. So guys, feel free to ask for help. I didn't ask for help for 6 years, and it definitely cost me in the long run. And I really wish I would have met a lot of you guys much sooner, but I am extremely happy to be in the community now. And obviously, I am very grateful that we now have the platform we have. And all you guys as viewers and subscribers are freaking awesome. And I truly love interacting with all you guys every single day. And that's why also too, guys, whenever I put out, on Instagram or here on YouTube and I say, do you guys have any questions for me? I want you guys to ask because I want to share as much knowledge as I possibly can, because there were a lot of people that helped me get to this point, that helped my collection get to this point here in 2022, and I want to return the favor to the community and give that back to you guys. So that being said, guys, that is going to wrap it up for today's video. Like I said, let me know down in the comment section below what you took from this list. Have you learned any lessons along the way, whether they be hard lessons or soft lessons? I want to hear about it, guys, down in the comment section below. Guys, we're also going to be live once again tonight because it is Monday night at 7 p.m. Eastern on the Whatnot app. We have another huge auction. We got some really cool Marvel pops going up. I got a bunch of Doctor Strange pops to celebrate the release of the new movie. It's going to be a great time. So if you guys haven't joined us yet on a Whatnot auction, I highly encourage you guys come out. We have a lot of great stuff. Maybe you find something that you need for your collection, and if not, it's just another opportunity for us to interact. We can go back and forth, ask questions, what have you, and we always have a blast. So 7 p.m. Eastern, guys, tonight on the Whatnot app. That is our weekly slot, and we always have a great time. So with that being said, that's going to wrap up today's video. Make sure you guys subscribe if you got any new information that you liked from today's video, and if you got any value out of this content, we would definitely appreciate it. It really helps the channel grow, and as always, guys, don't stop shooting until you score, and we'll see you all tonight.